I guess what's behind the decision to not have the president come out in the wake of the results?
So look, you're going to see the president tomorrow. Just talked about Chicago. Now I see why people left and came back. Okay, that's good to know. Was not aware. Okay, so look, the president put out a statement on issue 1, Ohio issue 1. Yesterday, as you all know, Ohioans voted decisively to protect the access of reproductive health care in the state constitution, and so that was important. I mentioned that he spoke to Kentucky governor. He also spoke to Congressman-elect Gabe Amo and Philadelphia Mayor-elect Sherrell Parker, so that was important. And of course, the campaign spoke to this as well today. You're going to hear, you're going to hear from him tomorrow. He'll certainly speak to this tomorrow. I just don't have anything more on his schedule today. But look, this is last night was an important night. I think important night for the American people. Like I said, they rejected these extreme policies that we have seen from the Republican Party, and also they lifted up the president's agenda, the president's values, and that's also important because what the president has been trying to do from day one is deliver for the American people, whether it's infrastructure, whether it's lowering cost for Americans, whether it is making sure that we protect our democracy. Those are the things that the president has been steadfast on, and this is what we heard from the American people in an overwhelming way. And also, let's not forget reproductive rights that played a role in Ohio, in Kentucky, and Virginia.
But then, given those wins, how do you explain the president's low approval rating and the disconnect there?
And look, I spoke to this yesterday, and what I said is you have to take these polls with a grain of salt, right? And I talked about 2020, right, and what we saw in 2020 and what was being reported then. And what we saw is a president that was able to bring an incredibly strong, diverse coalition to win in 2020. We saw the same thing in 2022. Back in October or in 2022, we kept on hearing about a red wave that didn't materialize. Again, just going into this election, right? And so, look, we don't put much stock in polls. The president's going to focus on delivering for the American people. He has an agenda that is incredibly popular, and that matters. And that's going to be what the president's going to focus on. How do we continue to deliver for the American people? And that's the focus.